Hello and welcome to Stitch Happens. My name is Levi. I can be found on Instagram as WTF Knitting without the singing. What are we doing? It's been, I don't know, a month and a half or so. Where is my spreadsheet? Okay, I just got back from my nephew was having a ball game and then it just torrentially downpoured. So I said, oh, I'll come here and do a Flosstube since I haven't been here in so long. Middle of April. I filmed one at the end of April. It just really was kind of poor quality and it just wasn't really for me. This is look what this chair has done to this wall. Trash. Anyways, hello, welcome to Stitch. Hello. Okay, hello, welcome to Stitch Happens. My name is Levi. I live in Central Ohio with my partner and our two dogs, which are literally right here. And if I didn't have a naked mannequin right over there, I'd show you them. But they're so cute. I have them locked in here because they now both have decided that they're going to eat and chew on everything in sight for some reason. And they're 5. They're really like being bad little asses. Anyways, I'm a registered nurse here in Central Ohio where I work for fraud, waste, and abuse in the Medicare Advantage programs. It's been a while. I told you it's going to be a while because my partner got off work and look, like I have no eyebrow. When I don't fill in these brows, I don't look like I have any. They're so, I'm going to say they're blonde instead of gray. Anyways, I told you I wouldn't be here for a while because my partner was on, he's a professor, so he gets off a lot. You know what? I should probably ask him if he's doing a summer course, like he's teaching a summer course. He never teaches summer because he does the theater. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. I wonder if he opened that course up. Doesn't matter. You don't care. I don't care. It's not my job. So here it is. May, June. No, June. Hasn't even been June. April. Spreadsheet. A lot has happened. I've had my birthday, which was super fun. I bought myself a TL2010QI or something like that. Juki. I'll put a picture hopefully here. And it is a beast. It is a wild ass sewing machine. Shit, Helen, damn, dude. Come on. It is so cool. I'm making bags for StitchCon and I quoted all 7. I was going to do 8, but I didn't have enough fleece for 8. So I did 7 in 15 minutes. Oh my gosh. Now, are they straight? I don't know. They kind of look like they were drunk. It's all right. Listen, it's free. So yeah, birthday happened. I got a brand new machine. I bought it myself. But I also had, my mom gave me $50 and then my company gave me a $250 thing. I've been there for 10 years. Wow. Anyway, you don't care. We're about to go on vacation in 3 days. We'll be in the beach for 10 days. And then I come back and then I work for a week. And then I'll be at StitchCon B. I finally got my apartment or my hotel. I was trying to get in the Hyatt, but their rooms, they didn't have any available. And then it was like $230, $250. It was like $900. It was $811. And then I got one at the Live-In, which I heard a lot of people last year had stayed there, and it was like $380. So I'm not really sure what the price. Why it was so crazy, but I got in the Live-In, so that's exciting. So I can still go to the late night room and just walk instead of walking upstairs. I'll walk across the parking lot, but it'll be fine. And that's pretty much it. My peonies finally bloomed. I'll put a few pictures either here or at the end of them. They're really late. Normally they bloom before my grandma and I's birthday. Mine's the 13th, hers is the 14th. And then my anniversary, we've been together 15 years, was on the 15th. And then Pam is on the 12th, Pam Wilson. She's dyeing fabric, so hopefully she can get her life together and get that up and running for us. That'll be exciting. I'm here to do an April recap, which for April, shockingly, I didn't stitch that much. And then May, and I haven't stitched that much in May either. April, I did a total of 17,669 stitches, which, you know, some people might think, wow, that's a lot, but normally I'm in the 20s. And then this month, just as of last night, I have done 10,000 stitches, 10,098. I have stitched every day since 2013, oh my gosh, 2022. There was one, I almost missed it last year because we went to Canada, but I stitched one stitch on one day when we drove into Canada because we went to Hobby House and then we went to Canada. And I was tired and all I brought was a new start. So I just picked it up and put one stitch in and went to bed. So that was fun. So let's talk. I can't find 324. I fell behind on it. Big shocker. I fell behind on it, so I don't know where it is. So it looks pretty much like the last time because I made a video and it just really wasn't the greatest. Oh, I forgot to mention, Pam and Steph had mentioned, I was their silver Flosstube a few months ago. I really didn't realize it until I had logged in to the video. I told you, I haven't been watching Flosstube either. I'm just kind of annoyed with these every 5-minute 5-minute commercials. It's like so ridiculous. Like, how much money are you making that you need a 5-minute commercial? I mean, you watch a TV show and it's not a 5-minute commercial every 5 minutes. So I've just been kind of boycotting. And maybe that's why I haven't stitched so much. And I said that the last time, I believe. Or was that the video that was deleted? I don't know. I haven't been watching Flosstube. I think I watched one video this morning. And it was... oh my gosh. I always watch... I can't remember her name. Her name is Vonnie. I know that. She's a full coverage stitcher. And she's in Newfoundland, but I can never remember her. But it was just, she got a new floss storage thing and she was talking about it. And then I watched, I don't know. There's always somebody I watch and I can't remember who it is. Doesn't matter. Pam and Steph mentioned me. Thank you. I still haven't gone to the mention place. I think it's only on my computer and I just don't use my computer like that. So anyway, we're going to move on. So 234, can't find it. We don't know her. I have stitched. So I have been quite a monogamous stitcher. I mean, you can tell, like, here is May. And normally it looks like this. So I've become quite the monogamous stitcher on, because I'm doing I'm not gonna show that today. I am doing, sorry, these dogs are distracting. I am doing Mirror May, and that's my Emerald Mermaid. I'm gonna do a separate video on that at the end of the week, hopefully. We leave on the Friday. Yeah, we leave Friday. I was thinking, do we leave Thursday? No, that's because little Jackie boy has to, he's in school until Thursday, so we're leaving Friday. Can't find 234. Here's Remember Me. I've actually stitched quite a bit on Remember Me. So I've done 79 stitches in this month. And then I did 580. And here's what it looks like. This is Remember Me from Teresa Kogut. This is on 40 count peony. And all the called for, there's 2 overdyes and the rest are DMC. I primarily just started working on getting that done. That's now complete. That's complete. And I've worked on filling in some of that as well. And this is really washed out. It is actually much brighter. It's not so like coral. Doesn't matter. Here it is. This is my precipitation stitch. I'm not doing it this month because I've become quite a monogamous stitcher, which I'm kind of worried about. I was texting I was texting and saying, I don't know if I'm going to finish Mirror May. Because the squirrels, I've been a very monogamous stitcher. Like this month, other than the Mirror May, I've only picked up 5 stitches, 5 other projects. Other than that, I've been solely working on, actually 2 I've been solely working on, which was Emerald Mermaid and then Extraordinary Bird Cell, which I got behind on. It's life. So these are the things I did in April. Sorry, I'm really kind of all over the place. So I did, since my last video, I have done the new normal. I did 736. This is in a portfolio made by me. And it's Tiger Lily design. I used her pattern. This is on 40 count Bronze Age. And the thread is also Live and Die LA. It is called the True Color. It's basically a rainbow, and then she dyed it in black. And I just finished this. I finished the hoop here, and then I'm just working on filling in the rest of my bubble. And I do this in 20 rows, like 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80. And I'm on the 80 block right here. But like you can see, I don't stop. I just let the thread run out. And then here is the 100 block. So I just kind of move down to finish it. But yeah. So I'm super excited. It's really cute. I'm excited to get back to it. When I did Mirror May last year, I was not this committed. I was doing Lady of the Flag, which I meant to bring in here because someone asked me. They're like, oh, I went to StitchCon last year and I'm not coming back this year. I wondered if you could show. And I was like, I don't know. I thought I showed it. I said, I thought I showed it in video 1. She's like, no, I watched video 1. So maybe it's in video 2. I don't know. Who knows? So I started a few things this month. In May, actually. Earth Laughs by Jordan Privé. Can we just talk about it? And if my shit was not piled all over it, I would pull it up. But if you just put in Earth Laughs, Brenda Gervais, it'll come right up. But here it is. Oops. This here, what a pitiful start. Earth Laughs, I did 316 stitches though. I'm doing it at all the called for overdyes. This is actually Maple Sugar by Lakeside Linens. I went to a shop, and I don't remember where, but I remember them telling me that their clientele doesn't like Lakeside Linens, so they just had a handful of it left over, and I picked up Maple Sugar in 40 count. So I'm going to do this. And that's in all the overdyes. It's going to be really pretty. I'm really excited. I've worked all day, and I've had a really weird day. I've been very concerned for the country. I know you shouldn't talk about that. I mean, I can talk about whatever the hell I want because it's my Flosstube. I've just been very, worried. Next one, I am doing Joy. Now, this Joy here is not the Joy that I'm making. I was going to do, oh my gosh. Okay, so me and Pammy started Joy. Well, actually, we started a few projects together since I last seen you, but we started Joy together. And I think this is Rent. Oh, no, here. This is Oaken by Picture This Plus. And I'm doing Joy by Shakespeare's Peddler, the new one that came out. And you can't see this here very well, but you can see it in person. Oh, there we go. I am doing all the called for DMCs, but what I did is I actually dipped them in I put them in coffee for 5 minutes. And here are the DMCs dipped in coffee. Now I have the pack, and I'm going to do that with Lisa, her and I are going to start this together, but I wanted to get this done as my small exchange. As my small exchange. As my small exchange for StitchCon. You obviously see that's not working out for us. And what's interesting is these flosses and like just being here are very nicely variegated because of the coffee. But when you stitch it, they don't look variegated at all. So it's kind of interesting. But here they are. These are all the called for DMCs. I just dipped them in coffee. I just brewed. I actually have espresso Senka. And I put 2 cups of boiling water. And I put 1/4 of a cup of espresso coffee in it. And I left them for 5 minutes. And then I washed them. And then I hung them out to dry. And honestly, I just need to get back to this. But again, I'm not going to get done for StitchCon. That's in 2 weeks, unless I really like buckle down and like, I'm going to do this, which, let's keep it real, probably it's not going to happen. Because I am trying to get Mirror Man, I'm trying to get a finish. And that one there, I started with Pammy for our birthday. And she was born on the 12th. I was born on the 13th. And we started on the 13th. I've done 430 stitches and haven't seen it since. So it's definitely not getting done for whatchamacallit. I did work on Extraordinary Birds. Have I talked about these floss drops? I love birds. The only thing I love more are birds that are dressed in real people's clothing. I just can't get over myself with these and how darling they are. They're from the Cottage Cat Design. She is the potty mouth stitcher here on YouTube. I'll put her YouTube down below. You can go to her YouTube, and then I think she has a link for her Etsy. If not, you just put in the Cottage Cat Designs, probably .etsy.com, I suspect. Well, whatever. You can put that into Google, and it'll come right up. How does that sound? But I'm doing this on 40 count. 40 counts. I don't remember. But here it is. So I've got all this done. I've got all the cage done. I just finished the cage a week or so ago. In April, I stitched 4,268 on this. And this month I've done 2,022. I did work 160 stitches. You can't really see because, oh, there you can. Right there, there. Oh, there's a piece of floss. Oh, and I did the Bird of Paradise, the flower. I started working on that. I've done the green here. I've done the white. And how I'm working this now is I'm just putting it in and then whatever, because it puts on, like, that's the one thing I like about this is everything's on there. So like clue 1, 2, and the bird cage is all on clue 2, which is a bird that's here and some more green. So what I'm doing is how I'm working this is I'm just putting, I have it in Pattern Keeper, and then I put it so that it goes from highest number of stitches to lowest number of stitches. And then I just pick the highest number and I stitch until it gets below another number. Well, until the thread runs out. And once it's below the next number, like it switches down, then once I'm done with that floss, I pick up that number. So like right now I'm working in white. And then I got my white down below the one number. And then I picked up this blue. So now I'm working on the blue. And I think I might do I'll have to do like 2 threads of this blue to get it down, below the next color. And this is on 40 count. I don't actually know. And the bag is here somewhere. It's on a fiber on a whim fabric, but it's on 40 count. And I think it's just so darling. Oh, it's so cute. And my thing is all done. So now I'm just working clue 2, 3 together because I got the cage done. So then when clue 3, I'm leaving. I'm not going to take it with me on vacation. I haven't really decided what I'm going to take. And it lives in this bag. So cute. Let me tell you about this. So I was minding my own business. I was minding my own business, and one day I get this email from Michael's that says, we're putting in a new store for you. We want to be your, like, basically your Joann's. Did you know we had fabric? And I said to myself, I actually didn't know that Michael's had fabric. So I was like, oh, let me just peruse. Okay, mind you, I have like 4 bins of fabric, so I don't need any fabric. Somehow I walked away with an online cart of like $200 worth of fabric. This is one, and I love this. Can I tell you how much I love this? That the, oh, you can't, yeah, right here. They put turquoise balls on this elephant. Oh, there you go. So it's either turquoise balls or they put turquoise poop coming out of these elephants, which then it would be like clear up here, not like where it would be like perfect elephant nuts. I don't know about it. My little nephew, he's like 10, so we both acted like little children for like 5 seconds. We just started laughing so hard, I almost peed. That they have elephant balls on. Anyways, so this is a Joe. This is a Michael's fabric. It's really actually probably quite comparable to Joann's. And these are coordinating. And I think that's what's inside. Yeah, that's what's inside. Magic lamp, which is Jasmine from Aladdin. It's just, you know, copyrighted. So Bella Filipina put the magic lamp instead of calling it Jasmine. This is on 28 count linen Evil Queen by Bestitch Me. This is all Kreinik. Brown Kreinik. It looks black, but it's brown. Yeah, it's so cute. Oh, it's darling. Yeah. So I started this for my birthday. And I did. I worked on it 2 or 3 days, and I done 293 stitches. I think I done more than that. I'd have to actually go look, but that's all Kreinik. And you know what? I've learned about Kreinik. Look how sparkly it is. Wow. Woo. I learned about Kreinik because I just use a 24 needle and I have no problem. Or maybe a 26 needle. I don't remember what I have, but I use just because I normally use a 28 or I use a 10 beating ballpoint needle that I use on 46 count. But I just use either a 26 count or a 46, or sorry, a 24 or a 26 needle, and I have no problem with the Kreinik. I did watch this video where someone said use a glue stick on the end so that it doesn't fray. I haven't got that far. I don't really have a problem with, I mean, I guess fraying, yeah, but whatever. My friend Kim gave me this cute little thing called Wonderland Crafts, and it's called FLTL008 for my birthday. And I started it. I started actually on my birthday. And, okay, I am too messy for cream thread. That's not my life, right? So I started it. This little burger it is hard. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. It is so hard to do. So like you can see there, but there's some holes you don't do. Like see, all those holes were poked out, but you got to know where you're going because you're not supposed to stitch all of them. So I decided to do in tartan plaid that I used for Matter in Hand by Jeanette Douglas. I just pulled out one of her colors because I just got done with it. And I was like, oh, well, I just didn't get done with it, but I was putting away the floss. I said, oh, I love tartan plaid. So I'm doing that with tartan plaid. So it's going to be super cute. And then once I'm done, I use this thread and then I just stitch it on all those little holes there, match up with these little holes, and then you just stitch this faux leather piece. Yeah, faux leather piece to the board. And then you got like a little thread wheel, which is super fun. Do I need to get back to it? Yes. Do I have a lot of projects that I need to get back to? Certainly. But again, I'm trying to be monogamous. But the squirrels are just I mean, they're like coming for the nuts, okay? They're like, the squirrel is here and I'm trying to fight her off. Wait till you see. I'm gonna list a second video of my Mirror May. And just wait till you see Mermaid. If I don't get her finished, it'll be a shame, honestly. Let's keep it real. Last month, I had found the project that I loved. I just did the floss change and everything was just going so smoothly. And I was like, I've got to let this go and move on to something new or I'm not going to get anything done. And I was trying to get Mirror May prepped so that I knew I could get a finish by the end of May. But here it is, Heaven and Nature Sings. I love this piece now. I can't wait to get it back on the snap. I'm going to take this green out. I got the other green and I don't like it either. So I'm just going to keep with the two greens that I have here. You really can't see it. But in real life, you can see it just fine. I'm not really sure why you can't see it on the camera. But you can't. But yeah. So I'm going to rip out this green. It's not the green. It's not the green that I'm living for. So I'm just going to go back to these two greens and be done with it. I'm not going to add a second one. And then I added the white. And I got every color in but black. But black's black. And then there's a gray that needs to go in too. And interesting thing is, I got this brown. And it is a completely different brown. Like, noticeably different. So I'm going to I calculated it out. And I should get about 6,000 stitches in one of those spools. And I'm a very, I conserve my thread. Like, I will lick, stick, drop, lick, stick, drop, lips to get to the end of the row. So, mama ain't playing. So, Heaven and Nature Sing, I did that last month. I ended up with 2,456 stitches. And isn't it so funny, just a floss change? Like, it's just so weird how I was like, I hate this pattern. I hate working on it. I resent when it comes up in the wheel to do, or however I was, Monopoly or in temp stitching. And it was just a bear. It was a bear and a half. And now I'm like, I want to stitch on it all the time. So how in the world did I get from hating it to loving it? I don't know, but that's all right. Next one I have here is took the whole internet by storm. The Heart in Hand Nativity Tiny Town by Cecilia Turner. I think it's neat. I didn't realize this until the last time, but she actually gives money to Habitat. Oh, I just showed all that, didn't I? Yeah. Habitat for Humanity. I didn't realize that. I've never done a tiny town. I've never found them that interesting to do. But I also got the Thrill, so I got both of them. I got the Thrill and I recharted this. I'll put a mock-up here of it so you can see what it looks like. I added the two wise men, 2 on one and 1 on the other. And here it is. I dyed this fabric myself. I did 2 cups of boiling water with 1 capful of denim blue. And then I will also put pictures here of it. I tied it in half with fabric. I wish I would have had, because then I wouldn't have done this whole bump up here if I would have done it with rubber band. I couldn't find a rubber band, so I just tied it as tight as I could with fabric, and it just didn't end up working out, which is fine too. But I just dipped the top, and then I dipped some more, and then I dipped some more, and then I finally dipped the end. This bottom was dry, so that's how you get all this streaking here. And I'll put a final picture here of it, of the whatchamacallit. I didn't start this last time. No, it was in the video that I didn't show. I was going to say, oh, I added those. But no, you haven't seen any of this. I wish I wouldn't have cut him so short. I wish I would have taken a thread. I wish I would have bumped him up, just left him maybe normal compared to the rest. Because he now looks like a wise man that was a slug. I mean, doesn't he look crazy? So I moved the North Star to the center. I'm going to do the 2 angels here, and then the rest of the pattern, once I get the other wise men in here, is just going to be the same as it is in the book. I just kind of spread them apart and moved them on. That's in 40. I bought back in the day during the pandemic when I first started, I got a lot of fabric, and in that lot there were like Hobby Lobby had a sale, I suspect, because there was clearance on them. And it came through that. It was a 46, did I say 40 count? I meant to say 46 count oat by Zwaggart for Artis brand. So I did 902 stitches on Tiny Town. I was like going ham on it. And then I think I did it for Easter. We even had Easter since the last time. Wow. Wow, we had Easter. Memorial Day. We had Memorial Day as well. Wow. A lot has happened. It's crazy. Here's another one that I made. This one I made for one for my friend Melissa and one for Lisa, Cross by Floss. My friend Melissa on here is the Diary of a Hyperactive Crafter. She hasn't done a Flosstube in a while. I hope she gets back to it. But she's another 5-minute video. 5-minute commercial. 1884, or sorry, Faith 1831. I kind of like showing these. Maybe I'll do this from now on. But sometimes I just got to get my poop in a... Oh, that was poop in a group. I had never heard that, and oh my God, I say it all the time. Poop in a group. Get my poop in a group. Gotta get my shit together. And here it is. This is on 40 count pewter and all the called for overdyed threads. I got to do some more ripping out here and change one of the greens. I talked about it before. I still haven't picked it up. Lisa's been busy. I've been busy, and I don't even know. Well, she's doing Mirror May, so she probably didn't stitch on any of that. But we stitch on it together whenever she calls it. in her listing, then we'll do it together. Next one. Oh, and that one I did 179 stitches, which is kind of shocking that I actually stitched. This one here is Tree Life by Sue Lutz, Letz. They currently have 2 of these really pretty butterflies on eBay. The seller wants like $30 for them, and they're kind of pricey. So maybe. Oh, look what I found. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize these were together. So that is very funny. Well, here is 2, 3, 4. And here is, and I haven't worked on this in 2 months probably. It's on a 22 count Ada or Harding, or I'm not sure whatever the difference is, but here it is. So I finished my 1/1 thread stitching. You really can't tell it. Yeah, you can. There you can. So I've just got to do these crosses here, and then there's something. That's it. I just got to do those crosses here, and then I'll be going on down to the nesting hens. So, like, I just got to finish. See the little peaks there, and then I'll be going down to the nesting hens, which I'm really excited to get started. I just haven't really been. I haven't watched Sunday Morning, and probably we now have done where we just go out and mow the grass on Sunday morning, so it's hard to like come back in and start the Sunday morning show. We just haven't had, we haven't done it yet. And also, we got a tutor over here. I did 591 stitches on that in April, and I'm really excited to get back to it. I'm gonna get back to it in June and like really dedicate myself back to it. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4 by Works by ABCs. I have done 1,065 stitches. It is on a 46 count white by Zwaggart, nothing special. And here it is. And obviously I fell off. So now I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be 5 weeks behind, which I'm not going to catch up. I'm just going to pick it back up and then restart it and move on and just move on from that. But yeah, I'm excited I found that. I didn't know it was in here, but I'm going to put it back. for safekeeping. And do you think I'm going to remember that it's there the next time I'm looking for it? No. I'm a hot mess. That's why y'all keep coming back, right? That's how this is working. The next one is this month, like this past weekend, I was like, I am kind of tired of stitching on Emerald Mermaid or Extraordinary Birds. I want to just pick up something that I've started with some people in this year and just give it a few stitches. And I did 316 stitches. This is Magpie, Cherry Magpie by Dochi Stitches, I think is what it's called. Dozy, D-O. It's jedxstitch.com. Yeah, jedxstitch.com right there. And we started this in March. My friend Melissa and this is on 40 Count Pinky by Mystic Fabrics, and I'm doing it in all the called for DMC. The only thing I changed was the over dyed. Threadworks 10244 and Zinnia, I could not find either of those, so I just kind of found something that looked comparable. Like she gives you like a thing you should look for. So this is Fathom by Weeks, and then this one is Hibiscus by Sampler Threads. So, and I've used it. The blue that's in this right here is right here, and right here is all of the Fathom. And then I've also used the overdyed, and it's right there. I think it kind of blends. But also, if you look at this pattern online, hers also kind of blends. So I'm just working this in the diagonal like I like to do. So I'm just working, like that whole section actually blends in. You can see it in real life. I don't know why it blends in on the camera. It's probably because I have so much light above it to make sure I don't look too crazy or washed out, which pasty girl here. But I'm going to the beach, baby. I'm going to be looking tan when I come back to do another video. But yeah, so I did 316 stitches on it. I just threw it on the snap and then got it started. This is a bag I got from Etsy, and I always say it's Creative Deb, but I actually think it's her shop name is Creative Blessings. I don't know how I got Creative Deb. Maybe it was Deb before and then she changed it to Creative Blessings. Who knows? I don't know. Last but not least is Ann Thomas. And, oh, right here. Are you kidding? Are you kidding, man? Shoot. Yeah, I don't have... Well, that's a boomer. That is a bummer. Shoot. Oh, here's When Earth Laughs. It's cute. Oh. That's darling. Here's Joy by Shakespeare's Peddler. This is one I'm doing for my... you know, wouldn't it be amazing if I could have done? I don't have the discipline. As soon as I'm done here, I know I'm going to figure out what that blue color is by Fiber on a Whim. I want to say it's not Waterfall, because that's what I always call it. And I'm like, no, you should know. It makes so much sense. I don't know. Ann Thomas, 1854 by Hands Across the Sea. I have not worked on it this month at all. I worked on it last month for a total of 1,919 stitches. So what I'm going to do to get it done by the end of the month, or sorry, end of the month. Shoot, I wish I could have done by the end of the month. By the end of the year, I am actually going to now total it up and divide it by what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 by 7 months. And then I will absorb the 1,800 and whatever stitches into the final number so that I can get it done. This is on a 32 count dyed by me. The original color was apricot, and then I overdyed it. I actually I butchered this fabric. I am doing it with one thread over 2 even weave threads, and it's beautiful. I started the pigeon, which I'm super excited about. I have completed this urn. That's done. That's done. That is done. I've worked some more down this way, but I've started the pigeon. And I am really excited. And I've started another thingy. And I'm kind of holding off on this because the problem with this fiddliness here is there's nothing really to anchor the threads to. So I've kind of got to get a thread like down to the point where I have a good amount of threads so that I can travel to get it threaded, to like thread it in. I know I've done a pin stitch on this before, and I do kind of a modified pin, and how I do it is I'll do the top leg first, and then I'll do the pin stitch underneath, like weaving it underneath the top leg so it looks like the bottom stitch, but the bottom stitch is actually my pin stitch. I've done that a few times. I don't love it, but I'm also enjoying just kind of all the quick stitching I got going on up here. And when I get back to it, I'm just really excited to like get it moving again. So yeah. And that's it. That is all I have. I didn't do any reviewing of any of the saying. I don't even remember the saying from last month, which is fine. That kind of is going to probably fall by the wayside. I'm going to pick back up temperature stitching. My temperature idea for January is I'm going to look at my 25 projects and see how many I have left. And then what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to pick my 5 closest to a finish. And I'm going to put them on in random number. I'm going to do a wheel and put their names on twice. And put their names on twice. And just pick it up that way. And then that's how I'm going to do my temperature stitching for June. And then I'm not going to do it the first week because I won't even be here. And I'm not taking that many projects. I do have a travel stitch that I take to the beach. Well, I have 2. When we went on our cruise, I took Colors of Mexico, which actually, let me go get that really quick because it's really pretty. And I love the bag. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. So I have a travel stitch. When we went to Outer Banks last year, and when we went on our cruise, I had The Beach is Calling. It's the puzzle, like the crossword puzzle by Erica Michaels. Well, of course. Why would it be right? Right here. So this is The Beach is Calling. I did this in when we went to the lake a few times, once or twice. We've been to the beach once or twice. I did it on the cruise. So I kind of take it and just use it as kind of like my travel. It's on either 36 count or 40 count sand by Picture This Plus. And I stitch it in hand, so it's like no biggie. And this is where I am. So I did this in Outer Banks. I did this when we went to the beach, when we went to the lake one time. And then I did this on our, on our cruise. So you can tell how pitiful it is. I'm not even really sure why. I don't know. Who cares? Oh, here it is. It is on 36 count sand. But Picture This Plus. And I'm doing it all the called for, like, here's some overdyed. She does overdyes, DMCs. So this is a project I may take. I'm definitely probably going to take, because it's easy, Ann Thomas. I may also take, I'm not taking the Incredible Birds. It's a 40 count, and it's a little harder to see the fiber on a wing because it's a little bit dark. There's like those dark spots, and I don't really know the lighting situation, so I'm not going to stress about it. But here's my Frida Kahlo. Gosh, I love her. Portfolio that I made for our cruise last year. Oh my gosh, I love her. I made my friend Melissa one of these. This is a Alexander, I don't know, somebody. And this houses my color of Mexico. And I put handles on it so that when I could just take this as my whole, this is my whole like identity on the cruise. And I did a little bit thicker of binding, like a thicker, like, cause you do the 3 little things. I made it like 3 1/4 inch, I believe, or something along those lines. And, I am doing Colors of Mexico. Shame on me for leaving this. Shame on me for leaving this in the key snap. Still smells like the ocean. So I did this all on my cruise. This was the only thing I took, and anytime I worked on it, this is what I had to work on. This is Color of Mexico by Jan Hicks. This is on 40 count, Eucalyptus by Fox and Rabbit. This is the most beautiful green. The most beautiful green. And then here, I just think this is so darling. Hold on, let me look. This is a, is it calico? Well, it's Joann's. It doesn't matter now. It was a calico, like, you can tell this vinyl has been through the, like, heat, moisture, because it's very wavy. I bet you I could just probably put a little heat to it and it'll go back to normal. This is also from Joann's, but this is my bag. Oh, okay. Nah, shoot. So I did do, she had you get, I didn't have enough time to get the, I can't remember her name. Silks by Vicki Clayton. Even though they say HDF, I don't know what HDF means. Oh, hand-dyed fiber silks. I think that's Vicki Clayton. Anyways, I didn't have time to do Vicki Clayton because we were leaving, and I just thought, oh, I love this. I have this fabric. I had most of, if not all of these. The only thing I changed out was I changed these two. So I used Blue Bonnet instead of the DMC colorway. And then I used Weeks Dahlia for 3604. And then I had, I think I only need like 2, maybe 3 colors. I don't think I needed that. I think I needed 1 or 2. Well, I remember needing Tiger's Eye because I thought it was going to be purple, black, and orange, and it came in yellow. Oh, that's my Wizard of Oz. Oh, I need a purple iris. I do, and Tiger Eye. And then, no, I had that one, Dahlia. I did have to buy Dahlia. But I also did these two. I was going to do one of these. No, that's not it. That's a lie. Anyways, I had all of them but 2 or 3 of them. Blue Bonnet. I had Blue Bonnet. That's why I chose it. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Here's the colors. These are all of the gosh, these smell like the ocean too. These are all the over-dyed called for. And again, the 2 that I switched out was the Blue Bonnet and the Dahlia. So I may take this one. The one thing I like about Fox and Rabbit, their 40 count really is not, it's kind of nice. It's not bad at all, actually. And I made a bag like this for my friend Melissa too, without the handles. Yeah, so I might take this with me. I'm not sure, actually. I haven't really I'm honest, I haven't really thought about it either, though. And then when I come back, I'll be back for a week of work. And then I will be on my way to StitchCon B. Me and my friend Melissa, and we were table 50 the first year we got together, and we're all reuniting besides, there were two of them, and I can't remember their names because they didn't come last year. Well, the one went to weekend A, and then the one didn't come at all, and I don't think she's coming this year either. I think her name was Lauren or Laura. Have I ever told you the story about the time where it was in my knitting career? Not my career, my knitting hobby. My partner and I went to, I want to say Cleveland or somewhere at the, probably in like the metro of Cleveland. And we went to go see this show called 39 Steps. And we were staying overnight at this place. And we got to the hotel, and we were getting this stuff. And I had this huge bag of fleece yarn that I made my sister this Buckeye crocheted blanket. I mean, it was ridiculous how it was so heavy and just obnoxious. Anyways, we go to get ready for dinner, and we had gotten there and we were tired, so we kind of just relaxed in the hotel, blah, blah, blah. We went downstairs to get our luggage so that we can get ready, like bathed and get dressed for dinner, because we just had like garbage clothes on. And I packed my yarn and I didn't pack our luggage. I had forgot. I told him that I was going to pack it, but anyways, it doesn't matter. I forgot the yarn. I remembered my yarn, forgot our luggage, so we had to run to like whatever was nearby. It was probably Walmart or Target or something. Get like halfway decent clothes and like undergarments and stuff. And shampoo. Well, we had shampoo at the thing, but like a hairspray, blah, blah, blah. Because I had forgotten to pack. I had forgot to get the overnight bag. Instead, I brought my yarn and forgot the rest. It was really funny. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram if you want to chat about things. I'm always up for new friends. Becoming part of the community more than I am. I was really terrible about comments. I'm probably still going to be really terrible at comments. I'm just kind of in a funk, and I'm hoping going on this vacation and then also spending 4 days at StitchCon with like-minded folks that love cross stitch as much as I do will help me get out of this funk that I am in. So thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, again, hit me up. Instagram, WTF Knitting. I do have an email, wtfknittingpodcast@gmail.com if you do have any questions. So both of them are linked down below. But for now, toss that floss and let stitch happen. Bye!